Saturday the 29th of March. 7,655 runners took part in the first London Marathon in 1981. Got a lot of sore feet and something I would not like to take part in myself. No way. I told Mr. Willis about the town's all Friday evening's dilemma, but he didn't give me a response. But I knew he was thinking about it all through my piano lesson today. Sunday the 30th of March. Russia sold Alaska to the United States of America for $7.2 million in 1867. Got such a cold and miserable place. Wouldn't even want to go there on a holiday, let alone home. Everyone else forgot about putting their clocks and watches forward last night. Dad was late for work, Topsy was bursting to go out, and Zoe was knocking on our front door. It took ages for Sophia to get dressed. Now Zoe, she wouldn't mind waiting in the lounge. I think she must have a crush on me. Her eyes kept following me, around just how Topsy does. All I seem to do is attract, other people's mums or very young people. Even last year I had to contend with Toby Edwards fancying me off all the people as well. Oh, what's wrong with me? I must get a girlfriend one day, and the sooner, the better. Monday the 31st of March. Both the Oxford and Cambridge boats sank in the annual university boat race in 1912. Oxford won the re-race a few days later. No way will you find me dipping my toes in the River Thames. Not today, not ever. Mum told me that it seems the Friday dilemma has been resolved. Apparently Mr. Willis is going to start up a children's singing group at 7:30 p.m. She winked at me and gave me the biggest slice of her homemade chocolate cake ever. I phoned him up and asked if he should ever need a piano player. I'll be free. Tuesday the 1st of April. Red Rum became the first steeplechaser to win the Grand National for a third time in entry in 1977. If you reverse this amazing animal's name, it spells murder. For the life of me, I can't read any significance in that. No way is this an April Fool's joke, although I would like it to be. Mum told us that Granny and her new boyfriend, Gary Price, was coming down from Scarborough to stay with us on Saturday for a whole week. Wednesday the 2nd of April. Beethoven's First Symphony was given its first performance in 1800. Today's serious musical compositions might still figure concerts in 2200. You may never know. This reminds me of my very first performance. I was around 8 years old, and I was a cat at Dick Whittington at Appleton Primary School. I remember getting a little carried away and very nearly fell off the stage. Thursday the 3rd of April. Test bores were dug for a Channel tunnel in 1959. God, babies born in that year would have been ruefully looking for signs of middle age by the time that the first people travelled through it. Dad told me they had booked at least 2 firms, one to take out the household junk, the other to trim down the trees. They are both due to come tomorrow. Maybe Granny Robert should come a little more often. Friday the 4th of April. Opponents of Irish Home Rule protested about the threatened use of troops in Ulster in 1914. The only thing I know about the goings-on in Ireland is that they always seem to have been going on and they're still going. Today the trains were all trimmed, but still there was no junk, just a mess of flattened dead grass for somebody to sort out later. Mr. Jones shouldn't be bothering us again for at least another year. I found Mum busy cleaning the already tidy study. She had to put off her cooking because we all know how fussy Granny is about being clean and tidy. And she stopped cooking, or cleaning, and she told me how to cope with the 2 farms at the same time and laughed. It was like a scene from Laurel and Hardy. Episode, tree bits flying off everyone, people bumping into each other. I'll never forget. Pity. Missed it all. I wished I could have seen it. Saturday the 5th of April. Aged 80, Winston Churchill resigned as Prime Minister because of ill health in 1955. He had the satisfaction of knowing that when he felt better, he could rekindle his interest in painting and bricklaying. Can't remember when or where I heard that. Granny Roberts and her new boyfriend Gary arrived in their old Mini at 12:02 p.m. You could see a very fat Colin. He looks absolutely dreadful, so Granny's landed herself a bald-headed toy boy with only a few strands of hair which could be dyed light brown. He had gold-rimmed glasses, black trousers and a white shirt which was hanging over his belt and looked very tight around his beer gut and on his shock. His feet wore cheap-looking black trainers. Inside the car on the roof here was chock-a-block with stuff. Mum very kindly offered to help my services to help out. As I was unloading my first very heavy suitcase, Topsy dived out right in front of me. I couldn't let her get lost, so without thinking, I flung down the load on the path in the pouring rain and chased after her. She took me everywhere. Eventually, at 12:30 p.m, I caught her being very interested in a black and white mongrel on Woodsfield Bridge. I apologised to the dog's young lady owner, who asked the dog's name. She laughed. My dog's name is Patch. And then whispered, I'm so sorry, but your glasses resting down the end of your nose looks really funny. I smiled. Not to worry. I don't know what she looks like because she had this tight white hood on her head, but it sounded like she was a very friendly girl. When I finally got home, Mum looked worried and shouted something about Topsy and the suitcase not being waterproof. I was absolutely soaked to the skin and was in no mood to argue either, so I ended up apologising and went straight upstairs to the bathroom. Once I was in the bath, all I could think about is the nice new girl I had just met.